Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Sugar-Free Self-Care TV. Today we are here in the kitchen because I'm going to show you exactly what I eat during my busiest days as an entrepreneur. And right now it's about 7 in the morning, about 7:30 in the morning. And I'm going to show you how I prep my day and get ready, especially when I have a lot going on, because today I have 7 calls. Like, one of them is going to be a Instagram live training that I'm doing, but I have 7 calls throughout the day. So I'm gonna show you what I do to prepare myself for that and how you could have a stress-free day and not worry about cooking and wondering what you're gonna eat. So since today is a busy day, I am actually only gonna cook once today, and I'm gonna make a crustless ground beef quiche. So it's gonna be really simple. It only has 2 ingredients, and these are the kind of meals I make, so I don't go crazy. I don't follow recipes per se, but just really simple ingredients. So we're gonna make something that you only bake once, and then that's the only time I'm gonna cook today. Donut's being very noisy during this production, so you might hear her. She always wants attention. So the only thing you need is eggs. I'm gonna use 6 eggs because this is a recipe you could cook for 2 days. Also gonna use half a pound of ground beef. This is lean ground beef, about 88 to 12. I got salt, pink Himalayan salt, black pepper, and avocado oil spray, a whisk here, and just a dish for the quiche to be in, and then a bowl to mix your eggs and also heat up the ground beef. Right, so I want to measure out the ground beef. I like to be exact with my measurements of the protein. So this is some ground beef I prepped ahead of time, so I'm just going to do 8 ounces. I normally eat about 4 to 6 ounces of protein per meal, so I'm just going to measure out 8 ounces ahead of time here, and that should be plenty for the whole day. I don't even think I'll need to eat all of it. I got this food scale from Amazon too. It's really affordable. It's only about 10 to 12 bucks, so not a huge investment. And I'm just gonna microwave this for a bit so I could just get rid of the fat clumps there. Okay, just gonna microwave this maybe for about 20 seconds. And then in the meantime, you wanna make sure the oven's preheated to 350 degrees. Now that the ground beef's heated up, I added a bit more time, like 30 seconds. I'm just going to spray the quiche pan with some avocado oil, just make it not stick. Then I'm gonna put the ground beef just like right on top. Then we're gonna go ahead and whisk 6 eggs. Okay, 6. Okay, then I'll add about a ½ teaspoon of salt, maybe just like a little less. And then about a 1/4 teaspoon, a little less of black pepper. You could put as much as you like. Then we're just gonna whisk there until it looks nice and creamy and smooth. Okay, now I'm just gonna even out the ground beef on the quiche pan, and then just go ahead and top the egg all over. Sort of distribute it a bit. Maybe I'm gonna spread out the quiche just a bit. The ground beef, I mean. So if you want to add more things to your quiche, because I know mine is super simple, I don't want to add too many ingredients because this whole week I'm only eating just like meat and eggs and avocado. But you could add cheese, you could add mushroom, you could add fresh spinach, you could add whatever you like and customize it to your taste. Alright, and then we'll put it in the oven for 35 minutes. So some of you might be thinking, Charmaine, are you sure that's a quiche? Because there's no heavy cream, there's no milk or whatever. So I'm actually making probably more of a baked omelet in the oven. but I'm not adding extra heavy cream just because I don't want to put too much fat in there. You could put other things like coconut milk or almond milk or a non-dairy thing if you want, but right now I just only want to eat eggs and meat. So if you want to make the quiche a little fluffier, if you want to add something else, you could try to put a half a cup of milk, half a cup of heavy cream, or even a half a cup of water if you don't want the extra fat and you want to make it more like a quiche. And as you're waiting for the quiche, you could see me holding my cat. She yells at us and then doesn't want me to hold her. Oh man. So as the quiche is cooking, I'm just gonna clean up a bit and then I'm gonna work on my business and then I'll get back to it when it's ready. All right everyone, as my quiche is cooking, I'm gonna do an Instagram live that I do every single week called my Wednesday pep talk. So I'm gonna do that as my food's cooking. So here we go. Hey guys, I just finished my Instagram live. It was freaking bomb, and now the quiche is ready. Some may say it's an omelet, but whatever. But anyway, the quiche is ready. It's 35 minutes, so I'm gonna check on it. Ooh, look at that. It's golden brown. It's nice and thick here on the side, you can see. Okay, so I'm gonna check if the eggs are set with a toothpick. So I'm just gonna put it in the middle. I know it's kind of blurry, but you can see that it is pretty clean. I'm gonna check throughout, but nothing's going into the toothpick, so I think we're good to go. All right, so I'm gonna let it rest for 10 minutes and then we're gonna check back in and see how it tastes. Hey, it's time to eat. I'm gonna eat about 1/4 of it, so I'm gonna just cut it in half. We'll see. We'll see how full I get. But I'll eat about 1/4. Look at it. Look at how gorgeous it is. Perfectly set inside. Okay, so I'm gonna try it. I'm not gonna add avocado right now because I'm too lazy to cut an avocado. So let's see how it tastes. It's good. Tastes exactly like the ground beef and egg omelets I'd make. But anyway, if you want to add other things like cheese and stuff, like I said, you can. And I just want to say also that what I'm eating here, things will vary for you. Like, I highly recommend when you watch this that you don't eat exactly like I eat. Everyone's body's different. Everyone's health and wellness goals and weight loss goals are different. So I usually recommend to my clients to eat about 4 to 6 ounces of protein per meal. If you have veggies, maybe about 1 to 2 cups of veggies per meal that are above ground, so it's not too starchy and it won't make your blood sugar spike. And then I also recommend some sort of cooking fat, 1 to 2 tablespoons of like a cooking fat. And then if you need extra fat to feel full, 1 extra serving of fat, like avocado, half an avocado or so, to help you feel full, or maybe like a half cup or 1/4 cup of nuts. So that's how I usually like to structure meals, but I want to make something super quick. So I'm gonna eat this right now, and then I'll probably eat another 1/4 for lunch. We'll just see how full this makes me. Okay, some of y'all are gonna think I'm crazy, but I decided to add a little bit of butter on top, like about a half tablespoon or so, or about a tablespoon, because I'm eating pretty high fat right now, high fat, high protein diet to stabilize my hunger hormones after Thanksgiving, and I like to eat a little bit more fat during this time, and butter just tastes good and makes everything better. So I just added a little bit of butter, and now all is well. So I decided to eat just a little bit more because normally my meals in the morning are pretty big, so I added about a half of a 1/4 slice to eat because I like to feel more satiated in the morning, so my lunch usually tends to be lighter anyway. So I always tell my clients, eat until you're about satisfied, like a +4 on the hunger scale, which is about like your body's pretty satisfied. You don't feel stuffed and you don't feel bloated, you feel just right. So eating a little bit more is gonna satisfy me, and then I'll have a coaching call in 10 minutes, and then I'll have lunch again at noon. Hey guys, just finished up several calls this morning and I am on my lunch break. But before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and feed my cats a snack, and then I'm gonna have more of that quiche. So I like to give them these freeze-dried chicken bites, chicken breast. I like to give it to them in the middle of the day because they eat twice a day. Helps them break their fast a bit. So here you are. Okay, just a little bit here. Here, Donut will always eat coffees, so I have to be careful with her. Hello, kitties. This is Coffee, and that's Donut. Gotta watch her, make sure she doesn't eat coffees, snacks. Just gonna add a little bit of avocado here. Got half an avocado to add to the quiche. Beautiful. So I'm also gonna have some afternoon tea. I don't drink caffeine, but I found a great pumpkin spice blend in Trader Joe's, and I like to get rooibos tea because it's like vanilla-y, it's like cinnamony, and it's just herbal, so it's caffeine free, and I love it. So I will have one with some heavy cream. I like to add heavy cream just to make it a little fatty so that it sustains me as I'm fasting, because usually I will fast in the afternoon. So I like to kind of swish it around a bit here, let it steep a little, and then I'll just add like just a little bit of the heavy cream and just stir. And this is nice. Oh my gosh, I can't. This is dirty. Okay, there. It's hard to stir with one hand, but anyway. But yeah, I like to have this in the afternoon, and it's nice to have like a nice way to just enjoy something. And I also don't want to eat. I'm not hungry enough for another meal, so just want some tea. So I'm not gonna lie, you guys, but something happened earlier today that was really stressful, that had to do with my business. And normally during those times where I'm stressed with my business, or something unexpected happens, or some sort of challenge comes up, normally that would be when I just head straight to the kitchen and I grab some almonds, I grab some nuts, I grab a snack, and then I just want to eat. So I just had this immense feeling of just like dread and misery, just like all the negative crap you could feel. Just imagine, like, I was just feeling it today. And sometimes it's like that, like when you have a business, sometimes things don't go as expected, sometimes challenges come up, and it's not gonna feel good. It's gonna feel horrible. And one of the ways I would cope with that before is by stress eating. And so with the tools I teach in my Impulse Mastery program, I actually learned how to stop doing that, because if you wanna stop overeating, especially if you're an entrepreneur and you're stressed, you have to learn how to be stressed without food. And what I did earlier today is I just went outside, like where I ate lunch, I just went outside and I just let myself sit there. I sat like this. I literally just sat like this and just let myself feel all the crappy feelings in my body. Just let myself feel, what is it like to have this sort of gunky, dreadful feeling in my body? What is it just like to experience it? I just sat there for like minutes, like, you know, I don't know how many minutes I was there, maybe just like 5 minutes or more, but I just let myself sit with it. I let myself just feel it in my body, notice where it feels, where it's hitting my body, notice the sensation of it, notice the color, what's the shape of it. I just ask myself those questions. That's exactly what I help my clients walk through, and then I didn't eat. And I feel okay, I feel better. I still feel kind of down and it's not a great feeling, but something I've learned though is that you don't need to eat to get rid of those feelings. Like, those feelings are not a problem. They're always there to help me in some way. I always say that emotions are messengers. They're not a problem. They're messages to be decoded. And so that was just really helpful to see, like, wow, I don't have to eat when I feel down. I don't have to eat when I'm stressed out in my business. I could just sit with this and process it and not let myself react to it. So if that's something you're wanting to do, like if you're noticing you have a lot of stress in your business and you are always going to the kitchen when the shit hits the fan, when you're feeling anxious, when you're procrastinating, which I call procrastinacking. If you're procrastinating and you're just always going to food to help yourself feel better in your business, this is my jam, and this is what I help dozens of women entrepreneurs do. So I encourage you to sign up for my Impulse Mastery program. The link is in the caption below, in the description box. And that's how you could stop caving into cravings during the day if you notice these challenges coming up. So I just want to share that because this is real. I did not make this up. I really felt like shit today, and I just want to share with you that I did not go to the kitchen to eat, to get rid of my feelings. I felt it and went with it, processed it, and I'm moving on with my day. So cheers to not stress eating and to moving forward in your business, even if all the shitty feelings come up. Because if you keep avoiding those feelings, if you keep suppressing them with food or distracting yourself with Instagram or whatever, you're going to keep suppressing those emotions. It's gonna keep feeling horrible, and then you're going to want to quit on your business. You're gonna wanna quit on your goals. So don't let yourself react to those emotions. You have to learn how to confront those emotions head on without the food, and that's what I could help you do. So apply to the Impulse Mastery program now if that's something you want control over, so you and your business could thrive. Hey guys, it is now about 3 o'clock. It's been a few hours since I last ate, and something I wanted to do is eat a little bit more of the quiche, because something I teach my clients is to eat when they're hungry and stop eating when they're full. And this is the first time I made this quiche, in all honesty. Like, normally I'll make it like in an omelet. Like, I'll cook like 2 eggs and 4 ounces of ground beef and have that in 2 separate meals. Like, that's what I normally do. But this time I wanted to combine everything in one quiche that I bake, so I didn't have to cook it. So it's my first time just trying to gauge, like, how much of the quiche will I eat to feel good, to feel satiated. And it's about the same like amount of meat and eggs I'd normally cook, like 6 eggs and 8 ounces of ground beef. So it's similar to what I'd normally eat. So I ate just a little bit more of the quiche to help me just feel satiated, because my stomach was rumbling earlier today and just before I turn on the camera again. So I'm just gonna eat this other piece and just sort of gauge where I'm at with this. And then that's how I know, like, oh, what portion sizes work for me. So if something's not working for you at first, like if you thought at first you needed to eat 4 ounces of meat and then later on you're still hungry, that's why I really recommend to have a range, like plan about a range of meat you're gonna eat for the day. Instead of just saying I'm only gonna have 4 ounces, plan to have like 4 to 6 ounces. Like, I always plan a range, because sometimes I'm hungrier on other days than I normally am, and that's okay. Like, your hunger could change depending on your sleep, your exercise, and other things. So I'm allowing myself to eat a little more until I'm satisfied, and then it's 3 o'clock, so I normally don't like to eat past 4 p.m., so I'll call it a day after this one. So this is what I eat in a nutshell, and as you can see, it's not super exciting. It's very simple. It has very few ingredients. It just has whole food. I don't eat a lot of carbs, as you see, because I like higher fat, higher protein diets, because they keep my hunger stable. I like that it has a lot of fat because it keeps me full. It keeps the meal more rich, especially when I add butter or avocado. And I just like that. It works for me. And eating this way has reversed my pre-diabetes. It's given me so much more energy. It's given me so much more life. I don't have afternoon slumps anymore. So this is what has worked for me, and I help teach this to all my clients, because when you eat in this way, like low carb whole foods, it really helps you be more mentally clear. It helps you have more energy. It helps you feel more productive in the day so you could get a lot done. So this is why I recommend this way of eating for entrepreneurs especially. So if you want to learn more about the kind of foods that I help my clients with, and if you want to learn you want the support on how to make your own customized way of eating that fits for your lifestyle and your goals, I encourage you to sign up for the Impulse Mastery program by clicking the link in the description box below, so you can see how you can personalize your own way of eating in a way that's sustainable for you, so that you can have more energy, more productivity, and also get rid of any of those sugar cravings that are in the way of your weight loss goals. All right, everyone, so that's what I eat in a day as a busy entrepreneur. You could just bake your meal in the morning and you have everything set for the day. I didn't even have to go to the stove to check on anything. I just set it and forget it. And that's the best part of using the oven to prepare your meals ahead of time, or using your Instant Pot. Like cooking devices where you don't have to monitor it is great, especially if you want to get a lot done in your day. Anyways, you guys, if you love this video, if you want to see more of this kind of content, if you're a busy entrepreneur who wants to achieve her weight loss goals, hit subscribe so you can get notified of all my videos in the future, and hit the bell so you can know when the videos are ready. All right, guys, have an amazing day, and I'll see you next week.